In a world where we often feel overwhelmed by our challenges, it's easy to fall into the trap of complaint. Every minor inconvenience can spiral into a major source of frustration. But what if the key to overcoming our struggles lies not in changing our circumstances, but in changing our perspective? This is a tale of transformation, revealing how a simple word, thank you, can unlock a profound shift in our lives. Join me on this heartfelt journey as we explore the story of a sick bird who spent 10 years in suffering only to discover the secret to freedom and joy.
Once upon a time, in a lush green forest, there lived a small bird named Leela. Leela was not just any bird. She was a vibrant shade of blue with wings that shimmered like the morning sky. But Leela was sick. For 10 long years, she struggled with her ailments, which left her unable to fly and isolated from her friends. Every day she would perch on her favorite branch, watching other birds soar gracefully above her. The longing in her heart grew stronger, but so did her complaints. "Why me?" she would lament. "Why do I have to suffer while others sing and dance in the sky?"
As the seasons changed, Leela's complaints only deepened her despair. She would focus on her pain, recounting every misfortune to anyone who would listen. "If only I were healthy," she would say, "I could be happy." The more she complained, the more her world shrank. Her friends began to distance themselves, unable to bear the weight of her sorrow. Leela became trapped in a cycle of negativity, where each complaint fed into her suffering, making it harder to see the beauty around her.
One fateful day, while Lila sat alone on her branch, a wise old owl named Oliver swooped down beside her. "Why do you sit in silence, dear bird?" he asked gently. Lila sighed, pouring out her heart to Oliver, sharing her pain and her endless complaints. Oliver listened intently, his eyes filled with compassion. When she finished, he spoke softly. "You have the power to change your life, Lila, but it begins with gratitude."
Leela looked at him, confused. "Gratitude," she echoed. "How can gratitude change anything? I'm suffering." Oliver smiled knowingly. Sometimes the hardest battles we face are an invitation to discover the hidden treasures of our hearts. If you can find just one thing to be grateful for, you might begin to see your world in a new light. Intrigued yet skeptical, Leela agreed to try. That evening, as the sun set in a blaze of orange and pink, Leela reflected on Oliver's words. She thought deeply, and for the first time in years, she found something to be grateful for: the beautiful colors of the sunset. She whispered, "Thank you for this beautiful view." It felt like a small spark, but it ignited something within her. The next day, she made a decision. Each morning, she would find one thing to be grateful for, no matter how small. As the days turned into weeks, Leela's practice of gratitude began to shift her perspective. She started to notice the vibrant flowers in the meadow, the sweet songs of her fellow birds, and the warmth of the sun on her feathers. Each thank you she uttered felt like a balm for her spirit. With every moment of gratitude, the weight of her complaints began to lift. One day, as Leela sat on her branch, she felt a surge of energy she hadn't experienced in years. Her wings, once heavy and weak, now felt lighter. With a heart full of gratitude, she decided to take a leap of faith. She spread her wings, and to her astonishment, she took flight. The joy of soaring through the sky was unlike anything she had ever felt. In just 10 days, her life had transformed from one of suffering to one of freedom. As Leela soared above the treetops, she realized that her suffering had taught her invaluable lessons. She had learned that complaining only held her back, while gratitude opened the door to new possibilities. With each flap of her wings, she felt a renewed sense of purpose and joy. Leela began to share her story with others, encouraging them to find gratitude in their own struggles. Her fellow birds, inspired by Leela's transformation, began to embrace gratitude in their lives. They formed a circle of support where they shared their challenges and celebrated their blessings. The forest buzzed with positivity, and the air was filled with joyful songs. Leela had not only changed her own life, she had sparked a movement of gratitude that spread like wildfire. As the years went by, Leela became known as the Gratitude Bird, a symbol of hope and transformation in the forest. She continued to soar high, reminding others that no matter how difficult life may seem, the power to change lies within us. All it takes is a simple thank you to begin the journey toward joy and freedom. This story of Leela serves as a timeless reminder that suffering can be transformed into a life filled with gratitude, love, and endless possibilities. So, dear viewer, as you reflect on Lila's story, consider the power of gratitude in your own life. What small things can you appreciate today? Remember, each moment of gratitude is a step toward breaking free from suffering. Embrace this simple yet profound habit and watch as your world transforms before your eyes. The journey to a fulfilled life starts with a single word: thank you.